don't get into the agent scam that's happening in India. Initial deadline for many universities is around December 1st week, and the priority deadlines. So I missed that for a few universities. So I had to apply for the later deadlines, and the chances significantly reduced if you miss the priority deadlines because it's a first come first serve basis.
Let me call Manpreet. We are going to follow his journey from DTU to the university at Buffalo, SUNY in USA. He's a computer science graduate and he's got great experience for software engineering. Was mind-blowing. So can you help us understand how did you start? What was your journey like?
I graduated from DTU in 2020. Post that, I started working in Publicis as a software developer, wherein I thought about moving abroad for my master's. And at that time in 2021, I decided to pursue my master's in the States. I prepared for 1 month for my GRE exam, gave it in October first week. Then I started writing my SOP around in September. Don't do that if you are applying for fall. I started late, don't make that mistake. After giving my GRE and once I completed my SOP, it was in mid-October or late October. In the first week of November, I gave my TOEFL, got my results, started applying to universities. Again, I was late mostly. They don't roll out admits on a rolling basis, but at the back end, from what I've heard, it is first come first serve. So start early. That's what I would like to say. I partnered with Yocket at that time as I had little knowledge about the application process and all those things. We wanted to get our SOPs proofread by other people also. So I mean, we didn't have many connections at that time like most students do. So we felt that disconnect with what we were writing. So we wanted to, get it read by other people also. That's when my friend got in touch with Yocket, told me about it. I went through their website and found out that they are good enough and they are good at what they do. So that's when I decided to invest some of my hard-earned money into the Yocket program.
Right.
And yeah, so it was great because without the help of Yocket, I'm sure I would have missed a few things in university selection. With regards to university selection, that is the main thing that was there in my mind because I didn't have a great GPA, though I had other things wrapped up, but the GPA was one factor wherein I had some doubts about whether to select a university or not, because I knew that the process would be hard during that time because there were many deferrals from 2020 and 2021, so they all were coming in 2022, so I knew that selection process would be very hard. So Yocket helped me a lot with that. So yeah, thank you. So I finalized my applications. I applied to US and Canada, though I only applied 4 universities in Canada and that was never my preference. It was just a backup plan. I got admits from 3 universities in US and for computer science, and from 2 I got a reject from computer science and I got transferred to computer engineering. I wanted to do computer science because I wanted to skip the hardware courses that are involved in that. So I had an option between ASU, University of Illinois Chicago, and UB. After that, I saw the pros and cons of each of the university. The weather over here was the most terrifying thing that I had in mind at that time because it's very cold out here. But I don't have a personal issue with the cold. So being from Delhi, we have seen the cold, so that was never a problem. So I chose UB over ASU and UIC. Also, there was another reason for that. UB had the SUNY flagship, that's the State University of New York, so that was another important factor that I had in mind before coming over here. I got my admit in February. I started the process right after that. Got my post getting my I-20, I started looking for visas. So at our time, it was a 120-day buffer that we had before joining. So only, it's 4 months. So it has been scrapped for you guys now, as I've heard. You can apply as soon as possible. As soon as you get your I-20s, you can start applying. So I started with the process. There is a restriction on the number of clicks or the number of logins you have per day. USCIS bans people who keep on logging in more than 3 to 4 times a day. People have suffered at that time who were with me. We had a group chat on Yocket for our university and people used to, I would say, cry all the time regarding this, that they got banned for 72 hours because they were trying to log in. You don't have to do that. Don't use any web extensions that are there. I mean, people have suffered. They got banned for 72 hours, then the slots are over. After that, for the visa process, be confident. The visa interview is not that hard, to be honest. People will come and scare you. Oh, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Don't listen to them. Just there are a few set of questions that you need to be prepared with. Be thorough with the documents that you have. If they ask you to submit those, have everything in hand, reach on time. You have to be sincere with that. There's nothing else that you need to do. If you have any questions, you can post any mail to Yocket, get in touch with any of the counselors that are there. As I said, once you're done with the visa process, you'll get the visa in 2 to 3 weeks after your interview. So that's the time frame that's there. That's the processing time that they take. Once you get the visa, I would say backlight, check the stuff that is not banned in US from India, and then welcome to the States.
So people who are going for the next intake for fall 2024, spring 2024, you're up. Okay, this is the right time that you have to start. Make sure that you're not wasting any more time. As Manpreet mentioned, make sure that you're not wasting any more time. Start early. And I wish you all the very best for your application process. Have a great evening. Thank you so much to everybody who was here. Have a great good night. Bye-bye. Thank you.
And after talking to all these students and understanding the various boulders in their journey, we created Yocket Premium. And before we part, studying abroad is not a rocket science. It is Yocket science. So select your preferred choice of plan and get started today.